You Michael Jordan haters, you guys are officially the fakest people roaming God's green earth. First of all, you're fake if you claim to be a basketball fan and you call yourself hating on Michael Jordan, the greatest basketball player that there ever has been. You're so desperate to try to knock Michael Jordan off his throne. You're thirsty. You're pathetic. Each and every one of you. From LeBron James all the way to every LeBron James fan out there. A bunch of dummies trying to manipulate us who actually have intellect. Now, I ain't gonna hold y'all, but this is the type of shit y'all do. Exhibit A, Isaiah Thomas. Make no mistake about it. One of the greatest to ever play the game of basketball. But he's a Michael Jordan hater. There ain't nothing you can get over on me. The only reason why Isaiah says shit like this is because he knows there's a bunch of you dumbasses out there that would eat it up. That's the only reason he says it. He's playing you. Because he knows you're a dummy and you'll eat it up. Because there ain't nobody that actually knows the game and actually studied the game, follows the game, that would ever co-sign any of this bullshit. But we got a whole bunch of people in the so-called LOB. It's supposed to stand for love of basketball. How can you love basketball and want LeBron to be the face of basketball? Riddle me that. How the hell do you love the game of basketball and you celebrate a guy who flops all over the place? How you love the game of basketball but celebrate a guy who don't play no defense? How? No. Don't nobody that love the game of basketball celebrate that dude. We think that dude is a bozo. We pretty sure you guys were scouting that team for a long time. They was competition, buddy. You had them circled on your calendar. Stop faking the funk. These coochies, they just like anything that sound good, anything that make their little coochie wet, right? But they don't give a fuck if it's real or not. We ain't about to live in no damn lie out here. Michael Jordan was irrelevant. We talking about the 1984-85 Rookie of the Year, who had the greatest rookie season of all time. Came into the league one of the best players in the league, winning a gold medal in '84. Came into the league, was second in the league in scoring. His first season, led the whole league in points scored. Top 10 in steals. Led his team in points, rebounds, steals, and assists. The only rookie in NBA history that led his team in 4 different categories. All right, dominating on both ends of the court from day one. He wasn't relevant. He was a starter on the All-Star squad as a rookie. Only a few players can say that. A starter on the All-Star squad. He had his shoes selling out the stores. He was irrelevant. He was irrelevant when he dropped 63 against Boston. Damn near beat Boston by himself. Almost beat Boston. Took him to double overtime. Dropping 63. Still a record. To this day, it's still a record. How about when Isaiah Thomas's own college coach and mentor said this about Michael Jordan coming up out of college? Was he irrelevant then?
The kid is just an absolutely great kid. If I were going to pick the 3 or 4 best athletes I've ever seen play basketball, he'd be one of them. I think he's the best athlete I've ever seen play basketball, bar none. If I were going to pick people with the best ability I'd ever seen play the game, he'd be one of them. If I were going to pick the best competitors that I'd ever seen play, he'd be one of them. In the categories competitiveness, ability, skill, and then athletic ability, he's the best athlete, he's one of the best competitors, he's one of the most skilled players. And that, to me, makes him the best basketball player that I've ever seen play.
Everybody with a functioning brain and two eyes seen with Bobby Knight seed. Salute to the legend, the late great Bobby Knight, for keeping it 100. See, this is why he sounds stupid. His third season, which really was his second season, the boy averaged 37 points per game. There's 82 games in a season. 82. He averaged 37 every damn night. The same season, he was the first player to ever have 100 blocks and 200 steals in one season. He was dominating on offense and defense. All right. His fourth season, which was really his third season, when Pippen got there, and Pippen rode the bench the whole season, Michael Jordan led him to 50 wins. In 1988, had the greatest individual season in NBA history. He wasn't paying no attention to him. He was irrelevant. He wasn't no competition, even though he played him in the playoffs. And he was busting y'all ass. He wasn't no competition. Right. You play him 6 times a year. He busted your ass every game. You played him in the playoffs, but he wasn't no competition. He was irrelevant. He was the MVP and Defensive Player of the Year that season. All-Star MVP, Slam Dunk Champion, First Team All-NBA, First Team All-Defense, Steals Champion, Scoring Champion, but he was irrelevant. Right? Right. You wasn't looking at him when he was busting your ass, and he had nobody else on his team scoring over 12 points. You didn't look at it like, damn, maybe if he had one more good player, they might be tough. You wasn't thinking like that. You was just straight bozo back then, like you are now. Right. Okay. All right. In '89, when they seen you in the conference championship, and they were the only team to beat you that whole playoffs. In 1989, Jordan upset the Cavs in the playoffs in the first round. He upset the Knicks in the second round. And then they had you down 2-1. And y'all was scared. I don't tell no lies. Y'all was scared. So scared you came up with the Jordan rules. Okay? They beat you your only 2 times that's in that playoffs. And then you guys went on to sweep the Lakers. That was their only 4 losses in the playoffs. So logic says if you guys never came up with that Jordan rules and Jordan kept beating your ass, they would have been champions. They would have been champions that year. So you guys cheated to win. That's why you guys don't get no respect. And now you want to lie. Instead of just giving the man his credit, now you want to come back all these years and lie. Come on, man.
I respect Isaiah Thomas's talent. To me, the best point guard of all time is Magic Johnson, and right behind him is Isaiah Thomas. No matter how much I hate him.
Dominated in the 90s.
Yes.
But let me clarify this for the youngsters on the panel. Yeah, Jordan was a great player in the 80s, but they were finishing 3rd and 4th in the division.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
But I know all y'all watching want to say, oh, Jordan he was great in dominated in the 90s.
Yes.
But in the 80s, he was out in the first round.
That's all I had to say. Message.
Why are these clowns laughing, talking about message? Shaq and Isaiah talking about message. That's all I'm trying to say. Two players that Michael Jordan dropped 60 plus on. You guys are talking about message. Every time you go back and research, what these clowns who be hating on Michael Jordan, research what they say. It always comes out to be some phony ass shit. Phony ass shit. Isaiah Thomas act like he's the big bad wolf in the 80s. In the 80s? What was you doing in the 80s, homie? Drafted 81, 82. You wasn't even the best rookie on your own squad. They had a player named Ben Stiller that was the best rookie on the team. So his name wasn't Ben Stiller. He looked like Ben Stiller. Kelly Tripucka. I went and researched him. He looked like a good player. About 6'6", strong, hella athletic, stroke. I don't know what happened to him, but he looked like he was the truth. But he was taking Isaiah Thomas' shine, though. I know that. But what happened in his rookie season? Let's see. 81, 82, playoff finish. Did not qualify. 3rd in the division. 39 and 43. Third in the division. 39 and 43. 37 and 45. It got worse. Did not qualify for the playoffs. That's 82-83. 83-84. Chuck Daly finally became the coach. 49-33. Bounced in the first round. All right. While he's talking all that, 84-85. Oh, you got to the second round, you should be getting better, right? 85-86. Looks like in 85-86, both Jordan and Isaiah Thomas was out in the first round while he talking. But Jordan lost to the Celtics. They lost to the Atlanta Hawks. So 86-87 went to the Eastern Conference Finals. 87-88 went to the finals, lost. 88-89 went to the finals, won. Swept the Lakers. That's the season that they only lost 2 games in the playoffs to Michael Jordan. 89-90 went to the finals, beat the Trailblazers. Then the next season, 90-91, Eastern Conference Finals, got swept by the Bulls. The difference between MJ and suckers like Isaiah Thomas, when MJ was taking his losses, took it like a man on the chin. There was no poor sport. He didn't run off the court. You feel me? He congratulated the winners, saluted them, gave his interview, and even went to the bus and cried. But what he did not do is act like a sucker, and he always played great. This is him getting a standing ovation. Check it out.
Jordan, what he has become in this league, QB. It's just nice what the building is doing.
Shaking everybody's hand.
Total appreciation of a great superstar. What he has meant not only to the franchise, but game of basketball today than that man. He averaged.
It is his teammates who were supposed to have his back wasn't playing like shit. Pippen this is 1990. Pippen had 2 points this whole game, and then pulled a LeBron. Tell him out, I got a migraine. Michael Jordan still shook his hand.
For this man right here, playing his heart out, but he recognizes that his team, even though it's 1 game better, they took the Pistons to a 7th game this year, they still didn't bridge that gap.
The stifling Detroit Piston defense holds the Chicago Bulls to 28 of 90, 31%. But Michael Jordan had 31, and he's with Pat O'Brien.
Right. Vern, Michael Jordan here in the midst of the celebration. What are you saying to the other players, Mike?
All you can do is wish them good luck. We fought hard. You know, they were the better team. We went to a 7-game series. What more can we ask for? We want to be where they are, but we still got to win our turn. We're still trying to improve our team. They were the better team, and they played better today.
What's your emotion now, Michael? Sadness, frustration?
You know, sadly, I'm disappointed because I wanted to go further. But I got to accept the season.
All that Michael did was get stronger, come back the next season, and ran his whole ass off the court. Isaiah Thomas tucking his head in his tail. Get up out of there. Somebody should have popped him in the back of his head on his way out. Get your whole ass out of here. Couldn't even stay to the end of the game. Couldn't even shake nobody's hand. Sucker. Get your ass out of here then. Take that broomstick with you.
Let me clarify this.
You about different players in the league, and you just tell me the first thing that comes to your mind. Michael Jordan, the best. Magic Johnson is my friend, Irvin. Absolutely. He's by far one of the best to ever pick up a basketball. But Arsenio, this dude there, did you check him when you all played it? Actually, Joe Dumars checks him on our team, and Joe does a pretty good job with him. But this guy, you can't stop him. His skills are so unbelievable in terms of his quickness, his strength, his jumping ability, his touch, and also his knowledge and understanding for the game. He by far was the best I've ever seen. And Irvin's my boy, but Air. It's something else. Real sweet. Dude, you see what they be doing? And it ain't like we in high school. Right. You know? Right. Y'all all in the same league and everything. And come down and score at will. It's amazing. Where is he from? He's from North Carolina, but I think he lied.
In the great NBA tradition of Elgin Baylor and Julius Erving.
That's one of the few guys that I would pay to watch play because he is so talented and so much fun to watch. And if they can get a couple more just good players with him, they'll be championship contenders.